Sorry. I'm sorry I gave my name in the last minute. And anyway, new neighbors moved in.
Just step back. Recording is going on. Just step back here.
Oh my. New neighbors moved in, and we heard that the lady was a good dancer. So I told my husband, well, our neighbor, I believe, is a very good dancer. He said, yes, her husband is a better dancer. I said, what? Did you see them dancing? He said, no, he always dances to a tune from morning till night. So, and another neighbor of ours, Raju, is a very good, fiddle player. And so they said, oh, he's a wonderful fiddle player because he always plays the fiddle to his wife, never contradicts her. Now this, what I'm going to say is something which is very personal, the jokes, whatever it is. So actually my name is Karanguri Nalini Narayan Swami, but I fell in love with an Englishman. Sundaram is my, don't stare at me, Sundaram is my second husband. So, and this gentleman, Mr. Joseph, we met him and he wanted to propose. So he went down on his knees and he said, to marry you or not to marry you is the question. So I told him, coming from England, you see Shakespeare. So I said, arise, awake, and give me the engagement ring. So it so happens after marrying an Englishman, the English are very, very eccentric. As you all know, many of our children have married Englishmen, and you're all very familiar with having been to England. So whenever it rains in England, it just pours and pours. You know, it's all the time you have to carry an umbrella. I had dozen umbrellas in different colors and so on. To suit my various dresses, Western and Indian. So whenever it rained, my husband Joseph would say, oh, it's just a shower. They believe in great understatement. They can never exaggerate. And whenever it is sort of a little sunny, the sun comes out, he would immediately wear his shorts and run out to do to make some delicious dish outside in the, what do you call it? Barbecue dish. Whereas for me, having been born in Hyderabad, where 110 degrees was the temperature, I could never see why all this excitement just because there was a little sunshine. Another thing about these English are, no matter how nicely you make tea, we Indians make such varieties of tea, ginger tea and cardamom tea and all kinds of blends. In spite of it, he would always say the tea was not good. And I had to remind him constantly, hello, you people brought the tea from our country because you came and you brought away the tea from us and then you started selling all over the world. And as every time he approached me, he would say, well, I'm sorry, I have to, excuse me, I need something, which means there'll be a long list of things that I have to do, like, doing grocery shopping and putting all the clothes in the washing machine and things like that, or even paying taxes and working out various things, taking the children to the doctor, etc., etc. That is so you have to be very careful when someone says, oh, I'm sorry to trouble you, means you have a long list of work to be done. And this would kind of continue the whole time. And whenever I dressed very prettily and asked him, how do I look? And he would just see, watching cricket match between India and England and just say, okay, fine. And this I recorded in my diary. 101 times he said that, and after that I decided to divorce him. So, and his constant question was, why do you Indians have so many gods and goddesses? I said it's very, very simple answer, because each god and goddess have their own portfolio. Because we have someone who creates, someone who preserves, someone who destroys. We have goddess of education, like Kalvi, and goddess of wealth, and so that's why we have so many gods. At least now they understand Krishna because of the Krishna movement, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. So that was more tolerant. So this kind of, all the time when he refused to acknowledge my looks, it was very, very, disappointing that the Western people don't appreciate the brown skin and the Indian beauty. So this, finally I said goodbye to him and I returned to India. So now to Sundram, when I asked him, how do I look? He says, oh, you're beautiful like the first Prithvi flight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We are coming close to the end. I will ask Mr. Dwarki to present a few last points.
A patient goes to a doctor and says, look here, I got some throat trouble and cough. It's not going. Then doctor says, it is very simple. You take Vicks 500. Sir, how many shall I take? 3 per day you take, it will be all right. So he took it for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, nothing happened. The cough continued. So he went to the doctor again. What is this, doctor? Nothing is happening. As per your advice, I took Vicks Action 500. Nothing has happened. My dear young man, don't you know English? When it says Action 500, it means action starts after you take 500 tablets. At that time, 2 friends had their education, one in England and one in America. They were each boasting of the type of education that they had, and each were telling that our education system is good. We can just predict any kind of disease by seeing the patient for half a minute. But I don't think you can do like that. They went on arguing, and ultimately they wanted to test themselves. So they saw one man coming limping. Look at that man, as you are seeing, he is coming there limping. Now please tell me, as per your qualification and all your experience, whether he has got polio or whatever it is, you please tell. So one English doctor said, no, that is not polio, it is a L4, L5 problem in the bones. He has got this arthritis also he has got. That's why he is not able to walk properly. He needs one surgery for the back, he was telling. So the other doctor said, nothing doing, that is not the case at all. It is not the problem of the back. He must be born with polio. That's the problem, he is finding it so difficult. The argument was very, very hard and it was going on. And that man was coming there. So these people said, look here, let us stop him and ask him what the problem is. Let us solve and find out who is greater. When that man came, they said, sir, tell me, what is your problem? Why you are limping? Arey Baba, I am looking for a man. My Hawaii chappal is torn. That's why I am limping. At that time, there was a contractor who had amassed lot of wealth. But he didn't find time to do justice for the money because by legal means, illegal means and everything he had earned, and he had no time at all to enjoy the fruits of the money. One day somebody knocked on his door and he said, who are you? I am Yamaraj. Yamaraj, why have you come? I have come to take you because your time is over. Then he said, don't look here. I have not enjoyed the money at all. You have to give me some time. How much money you want? Because he was a contractor. He said, no, I will give you a lot of money. I will give you. Please give me time for at least 1 year. Nothing doing. When you have come on the list, I can't do anything. So he said, so look here, I can give you only for half a day time I will give you. Whatever you want, you can do. So this one thought of a plan. He said, let me intoxicate this Yamaraj. Let me see. So he brought some whiskey and intoxicated this Yamaraj. And Yamaraj was always telling, your name is on the first, so that's why I have come to you. So after a couple of drinks, he thought Emerald was totally intoxicated. So he was about to go. Sir, we have had such a nice time. Now, tell me, what we have enjoyed our time so well. Can you please change the order? He said, I will put you in the last. Then I will take the list upside down and then take away. At that time, the parents were very, very afraid that their young daughter had not come back from the college. They were worried, it's already getting late, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the night. They were all worried, and also it was slowly raining. So ultimately the girl came. What is it? Why are you so late? No, because the college I had some classes and other things. No, something else must have happened, you tell me. No, I have a boyfriend, that's why I got delayed. Okay, boyfriend is okay, but you should have come faster. No, he couldn't walk faster, so I had to walk slowly, so that he was following me properly, she said. And that day one very senior government official was going in a train, and when he reached the next station, he called for the guard and the ticket collector. He said, please take back the train. No, sir, why? There's so many hundreds and thousands, nearly 1,500 passengers are there. They will all be inconvenienced if we take the train. Why should we take the train back? No, I had some important documents in my wallet and it has fallen through the toilet. So any amount of convincing, he wouldn't agree. So these people had to take the train back. With great inconvenience to all the passengers, the train was taken back. And the guard came and told, sir, it is so simple. When the wallet fell down, you could have pulled the chain, sir. What pulled the chain, man? So many times I pulled and only water is coming. Another time, a lawyer called a plumber to his house. There was some problem of leakage of water. So the plumber came and within about 10 minutes, he changed the washer and the tap became all right. So how much is the fees? He asked. So the plumber said 300 rupees, sir. 300 rupees? You have done the job within half an hour? Even in my profession, I don't get so much money. I have been working for so many years. No, sir, I was also a lawyer. Because there was no income in that profession, I have changed over to become a plumber. Then another doctor asked his son to look after a patient. He was an old patient who was being served by this doctor for a long time. He was regularly giving a lot of money. So once the father had to go, and he told his son, look here, my dear son, you please look after him properly. I will come within 3 days. So this boy, what he did was, after the father was not there, next day, he gave him one dolo. And he found that he is perfectly all right. So the patient was very happy. So when the father came, the son said, Daddy, I gave a simple dolo and he is already cured. Why you didn't give me the tablet? The doctor said, my God, why did you give him the tablet? For 10 years, I am managing to give by giving some other tablet by which he would not get cured. In fact, your entire medical education, I got the money only from him by giving some ordinary tablets. My God, why did you give dolo? One second more. So there was a doctor who opened a nursing home. He was a very good doctor, and the BBMP made a new one-way road. They put a board one way. Unfortunately, they put the road in front of his nursing home. He went and complained to the corporation authorities. No, please remove that board. Corporation said, look here, there is a lot of traffic on this road. We could regulate it by any other method. So we have put this one-way board. You cannot object to that. He said, no, that is not the point. You are pointing the one-way board to my nursing home. So the people think that it is a one-way if they come to my nursing home. You please put it elsewhere or change the direction of the board.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of all those involved in the skit and those who presented the joke, I thank you all very wholeheartedly for coming over here. And I also thank CPC for making all the seating arrangements and to Ranjit for making the audio assistance. Thank you all. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. Thanks.